So we will next move on to Ivan, who is joining us from Russia. Welcome to the stage.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, in Russia, the problem is that we have been Soviet Union when a Soviet academic, Mikhail Budikov, made the prognosis on the warming of the planet back in 1972 that still holds. But then we had so many events and so many transformations that we became distracted and we forgot about it. And the whole country has been conditioned to believe that it is not yet clear if we have scientific evidence or not for the change or whatever. And they buried in the propaganda brouhaha. So we basically are rediscovering climate change, and the problems that we're facing are very huge because Russia is over 60% permafrost. And you know, permafrost is in danger of thawing, and it's thawing actively. And the problem with permafrost is that it holds a lot of carbon. And the carbon that comes out is methane because the deep permafrost doesn't have oxygen. So when carbon comes out, it comes with hydrogen, and we have methane release building up. And the permafrost has more carbon than the atmosphere. So potentially, you know, that we are watching out and hoping to avoid it. But essentially, we have a positive feedback loop building up in the permafrost regions, and we are not we're not hindering that positive feedback loop. We're not trying to stop it yet because we don't have even proper monitoring system we can actually use to see where we have methane release, and also we have still ongoing scientific discussion. And there has been some new measurements on the Arctic seas. And you know that we are expecting Arctic seas to be free of summer ice by the 30s. And a lot of hydrides, will come out as well. So basically, we're facing a huge problem. And I would say that for Glasgow, I would like to have a focus on methane, because methane is so much worse than carbon. It's a much more dangerous greenhouse gas. And the earlier we try to mess this positive feedback loop, the earlier we try to stop it. So basically, what we need an effort to develop new technologies. We have to find and discover new ways to deal with the problem. We're nowhere near the solution. We're not even looking for it properly. And it's a terrible thing that's happening right now. And if we're talking about Paris Agreement, it's very nice, but it's built on very shaky foundation, which is the belief that climate change will be linear, that we know how it will go. And indeed, we have this 50 years of prognosis that are still, you know, that still holds, that's still valid. But I think it's very insolent projection to make and to believe that it will remain linear, that it will not trigger some kind of acceleration, because I think a lot of critical mass is being built up. A lot of things are going out without us knowing about it. So I would suggest that we need a lot of new funding for science. We need a lot of international cooperation. We need international monitoring so that the states do not play with the numbers, but we can verify them from satellites and elsewhere. We need the civil society to be part of this measurement system so that people have some stake in it, so that people can watch the numbers. I'm not sure how we can do this, but I'm certain that we need to forget about any kind of political games like sanctions, etc., with technologies that are for climate control, for climate solutions. We should be very open in this regard, at least, and because I don't think the problem is easy to solve. I'm sure it is global, and I have a feeling that this methane issue is probably, you know, key to solving. Thank you so much.